9 News.
Hundreds in Eugene making a plea tonight to end gun violence across the country. Thanks for joining us on this special edition of KZI 9 News. I'm Jaewon Jung. This comes in the wake of several mass shootings in recent months. KZI 9 News reporter Grace Smith shares why one woman says the march is personal to her and the message she has for the community.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a hot day.
The extreme heat this weekend didn't stop hundreds of community members from joining together in the March Against Fear.
Welcome everyone to the beginning of the Eugene March Against Fear.
It's an event organized by the NAACP, and crowds were chanting, marching, and holding up signs. It started at Monroe Park, where 21 empty chairs were placed. Each one represents a life tragically taken in the Uvalde school shooting last month. And each chair was also labeled with another mass shooting that's happened in our country.
We have flowers on the bed of each chair as well, marking and honoring just the lives that have been lost during each of these tragedies.
After speeches by community leaders were made, many gathered around the chairs to give their respects. Afterwards, everyone grabbed a flower and held it as they marched to the federal courthouse.
Hopefully kind of catalyze a community-wide response and some consideration as to how we can best support, this issue of gun violence and improving it.
One woman says this rally hits especially close to home. She says her cousin was a victim of gun violence.
I began to put the flowers on the chairs, and I was weeping.
Eugene resident Pamela Kraus says she had no choice but to come out and rally because gun violence has affected her personally.
I have a cousin and his girlfriend who were gunned down by a shooter in San Francisco decades ago. And more people need to tell their stories because the impact is real.
She says the pain will never go away, but she's asking the community to come together during these tragic times and stand up for a better tomorrow. Reporting in Eugene, Grace Smith, KEZI 9 News.